You know, I got dressed up as Aladdin Sane once.
Did you?
Yeah, but why talk about that when we have Arabella Weir here?
That's true.
Arabella, thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.
May I say, for a larger girl, you look fantastic
A larger
today.
girl?
Well, you're big, but you're fantastic.
I'm
Look at
not
that.
big. He's lying.
There's a lot of her. But what a lovely way to have it spread around. I tell you.
Actually got
Every time I drive past Evans Outsides, I think of you, and I stir. I think of you, and I get aroused.
Do you know, I am too small for anything in Evans Outsides.
You
Okay.
are not. Come on.
I am.
Look at the size of
It's
your
just the
backside.
region.
Come on, it's
no,
spreading all.
I
It's
will
gorgeous.
give you my bum is still fairly large, but the rest of me I think is fairly.
But you're the only woman with a big bum who's parlayed it into a sizable chunk of her career.
Exactly. No, my bum's paid for itself. There's no doubt about that.
Do you get cross with the people? Do people shout that at you? and
No,
stuff?
I'm still delighted. No, I'm not too pleased when your builder, who thinks it's very funny, shouts, "Oi, love, the answer's yes."
But that shows
Hey,
some rudimentary
yes.
wit.
Yeah, well, rudimentary is about right.
Yeah,
but
that's not,
I don't
you know.
mind. My bum's paid for itself, and I'll be very happy if it keeps doing so.
Better than some of the things they shout at me occasionally.
Exactly.
Depending on the outfit. You've got a new book out. I have no intention of reading it, but I do hope it does well for you. It's not really aimed at me, Arabella, though, is it? Let's be
No,
honest.
do you know what? I don't care if there isn't a single man in the world who doesn't read it. I really don't care.
It's called Stupid Cupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's out now. And because your other book, Does My Bum Look Big in This? There you go. Of course, we're both. That was a huge seller, wasn't it?
Massive, still a massive seller.
Still doing well. So this, hopefully, you're looking to repeat this. But has this been out already? I thought this was out
It's
a
been
while
out
ago.
for about a month. It's already sold over 100,000. So
Wow, 100,000? What are you
and
doing?
it's been made into a movie. I've just finished writing the script.
Wow, fantastic. What are you doing hawking yourself around talk shows like this? You don't need to
Because
do
I
it.
love
if you're selling
you.
it. Oh, well, thank you. That's
If it was
so
anybody
kind.
else, I wouldn't be doing it. But because I love you, so here I am.
So it's been made into a film. That's exciting.
Yeah.
A proper cinema film or a made-for-TV thing?
No, a sort of small thing they put after trailer after a porn thing. I just thought, no, a major motion picture.
Wow. And who is going to play, no doubt, the put-upon heroine?
She's not put upon at all. It's a farce. This is complete departure for me, this book.
So this isn't one of those books where there's a woman and she's looking for Mr. Right, but he
No,
turns out to be under her
absolutely
nose
not
all along.
that. Absolutely
Good.
the reverse.
Oh, actually, Fiona out there shaking her head. Have you read this, Fiona? And do you like it? That was an immediate nod. That wasn't a I better nod because Arabella's in
She emailed
the
me
room.
to tell me she liked it.
That's really nice.
No, it's very much about how people think they all want to get married, but it's in fact about wanting a wedding day and not about wanting to be married.
So really, your ideal reader would be Jim Davidson.
Well, he's my ideal man, so there's
Or
any
Mick.
chance of me.
Although
or
you'd
Les
have to,
Dennis, I don't know.
all that
Bit of a
time travelling
toss-up.
back and forth to the Falklands with Jim would be a bit of a drag, wouldn't
Yes,
it?
that's true.
Well,
Golf.
Wow, 100,000. That's a big selling book.
It's a very big selling book. My
And-
books sell a lot.
Yeah, I didn't realise it. But
So what do you think I do?
well, I don't know. You do a bit of
this,
comedy.
bit of
you
that, bit of comedy, that's
Dabble. You've
true.
been in bands over the years.
That's true.
Arabella, we dealt with this before. Arabella was in the band Bazooka Joe, who were headlining at the St Martin's College of Art the night the Sex Pistols played their first ever gig.
And they were booed off, and they were bad. They got through about halfway through a number, and it was just a terrible kind of noise.
And that's why everyone talks about Bazooka Joe today.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And no one discusses the Sex Pistols.
And in our band was Adamant.
Adamant, bless him. Now, have you spoken to him since he's gone so tragically off the rails?
No, I haven't.
Were you in touch with him over the years?
Not really. I mean, we see each other. We've got a very close mutual friend who we both still see, and he's fine. He's just sort of,
Flaky.
a bit flaky. That's a good
I think
word.
he found it a bit hard to deal with when people stop, being the fans they
Yeah,
were.
I think
perhaps.
it is always hard. I mean, it's been very hard for me when you're an idol for boys everywhere.
From
when they
Bazooka
stop.
Joe.
Yeah, from Bazooka Joe. You've no idea how popular Bazooka Joe was in the North London circuit.
Bazooka Joe. Are there any tapes existing of Bazooka Joe?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear one. Could I hear one?
Very good quality sound as well.
I'm sure it isn't, but I'd love to hear one.
Yes, I'll make sure you get one.
And Bazooka Joe, you were one of the vocalists. There were several vocalists.
I was a
weren't
Lilette.
You were a
There were
Lilette?
two girls, and that's what the girls were called,
Right.
the Lillettes. Bazooka Joe and the Lillettes.
And was that a pun? A little, well, not even a pun, really. We're honouring it too
It
much.
wasn't even really, yes, I think a pun's
It
too
was
nice a word
referring
for
to a
it.
hygiene product there.
Yeah, it was just, he thought it was a funny idea, the
Who,
guy whose
Mr.
band
Joe?
it was. Dan Kleiman, whose band it was.
I've heard of him. He went on to
He's
other things,
very,
didn't
very famous now.
he? Well, he's not that famous because
Well,
we're thinking...
he's one of the world's leading, commercials directors.
No, well, that's not famous at all then.
It's rich.
That's nice, but that's not famous.
Isn't it famous? I think in the advertising world he's very famous.
I'm sure he is, but who cares?
No, well, I care about him. He's a very good friend of mine.
I'm sure you do, but let's establish the fact that he isn't famous and move on.
Anyway, about my book, Stupid Cupid. It's hilarious.
Stupid Cupid, it's out now. It's the sort of book that ladies read on the underground. That's right, though. No,
Yeah, we mean as opposed to high literature like How to Be Good and stuff like that.
no, How to Kill People in the SAS, Volume 7.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what men read on the train.
Bravo 20. No, men apparently read papers on the tubes and they never read books on the tube.
Is that
That's what
so?
it says. And the research shows that women read books and men read the paper on the tube because perhaps they're too manly to read a book on the tube.
I would be more favourite. I would like a book myself,
Would you?
personally, but I don't go on
But
the
it'd have
tube
to
a
be
lot.
something like Bravo 20.
No, I would like reading something which had robots in.
Oh, not for me, you see.
Ideally.
No girl likes a robot.
Ideally, I'd like a book in which it turns out at the end that Abraham Lincoln was a robot. And then he got hit by a truck And it was actually all a clever dream.
No, men like killing and masturbating. Isn't that what they like in books?
No, in life, yes, but not necessarily in fiction.
Killing and masturbating in that order.
Why must art always mirror life?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there is that, I suppose. There's a nice picture in the back of the book here as well. You do take a good picture.
Even for a fat girl.
Well, your face isn't fat. It's just from the waist down, you're quite big. But you have got...
From the waist down. Yeah, no, just at the back.
OK, let's not dwell on that. I see now that I get the feeling that we're outstaying our welcome on that subject, and you're beginning to think that I'm saying
serious.
something which I'm not. But are you doing TV still at the moment? Because the Fast Show is no more, I guess.
No, we're doing a Fast Show tour at the end of the year.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, well, it will more fun for them than it will be for me.
Why is
It'll be
that?
me going back to the hotel at sort of 10 to 10 when the show's over, and them getting off with road, sort of groupies and going to lap
Well,
dances.
not Simon Day now that he's a happily married man.
No,
after
obviously,
today.
but some of them are single and will
John
be
Thompson's getting married,
although John's not going to do the tour. It's just
isn't he?
Simon Day, Paul Whitehouse, Charlie Higgs, and Mark Williams and me.
But I thought Paul was with someone new now.
No,
And Charlie Hickson is as happily married
Paul
man.
is not with anybody new.
Okay, so Paul. Okay, so we'll establish Paul might well go out. He's on a loose lead.
I think
there.
they'll all go out. Some will just dip, and some will have the whole buffet.
Oh, man, listen to this. Who knew?
Some may just be walking past the buffet table, but they'll all go there. Come on, they're all boys. I'll be at home with a bottle
You would
of wine.
always glance at the buffet table, certainly, but I don't think, most of them
You
might
might
even
finger
stop.
some of the food.
No.
Okay.
They
No
won't even
married
go.
man
They
has
won't
ever
even.
been to a lap dance.
They won't even reach for. Yeah, you know what? I have nothing but scorn for those who do.
Surely.
Years ago, I quite liked the idea, but now I've realised it's a horrible.
Anyway, I
I've
am
never
doing
been.
another TV thing.
Oh, here we go.
I've never been.
You've never been to a lap dancing bar? Because
No.
they won't let you in, though. They look one
I'd go to a lap dancing club
don't wanna
once.
go.
I once went and it just made me feel a bit sad.
Yes.
Especially the girls sort of when they're like bending over in front of a bloke and one of them's whispering to the other, I'll call you later.
And normally
and
you've
you just
got
think
stuff.
their heart's not in it at all.
Jane and I were watching TV, I think with our friend Emily, we were watching, there was this documentary about lap dance something on, and there was a woman upside down on a pole in a most ungodly position, and they happened to be playing RESPECT at the time. And
Exactly.
That's not a good juxtaposition.
Yeah, I know, it really isn't.
Doesn't
but
leave
no,
you-
I've written a TV show that I'm doing with Richard E. Grant. Are you impressed? It's a spoof cookery show.
Very impressed. But first of all, let's talk about the movie Stupid Cupid. Who's
Yeah.
playing the lady in it then?
I don't know.
You don't
I mean,
know anyone?
That's up for
Who's
grabs.
directing it?
We don't know that yet. I've just finished the screenplay.
Well, I don't believe this is happening.
No, I don't think it's been
it's happening. I
commissioned.
think it's just wishful thinking.
Renaissance Films.
I think it's in a dream world.
You've actually
That's
finished the screenplay.
I've actually finished the screenplay.
Do you have it
It's
with
been
you? Can I have a
sent
look at it?
No, but I can email it
I
to
don't
you.
think there's a screenplay.
No, there's no screenplay. I've made up the whole thing.
There's no
actually.
film company called Renaissance
That's
Films.
not even really published. That's published by Vanity Publishing.
It is
Yes.
at the back. It says Weir Publishing Limited.
Yeah.
This is your own.
Copy number one
You
of
just put
one.
this out. That's terrible. Vanity Publishing is a terrible thing.
Oh, isn't it a sad thing? That is a very, very sad
Let's have another piece of music. Did we find that,
We
rather
found-
tragically, Arabella has revealed that she has absolutely no musical taste whatsoever and has requested some Luther Vandross.
I've picked
No,
the only one.
it's,
I've picked the only one.
postmodern.
I've picked the only one that's worth it, and it goes quite nicely for the Fast Show tour.
Okay, listen to this with a pinch of irony.
Never too much.
Actually, you know what? I liked that when you played it, and it got me going.
He's good. He's great. I'm not
I
saying it's like
know.
great music. I'm just saying
It's
it's kind
good.
of, funky dance
You
music.
sing along, and you.
Exactly, and you kind of go and you
And
shake
he
your
sang
fat
backing
booty.
vocals for David Bowie on Young Americans.
I knew that.
I know you knew that, but you didn't know the name of the band he was in before.
Yeah, all right. What am I, a Trekkie?
It would be a Luther Vandross. Should be a Luthi or Vandry or something like that.
Or a Fast Show fan?
Must plug comedy benefit that Arabella's doing. Arabella's doing a comedy benefit. She's not only got a big backside, she's got a big heart as well, ladies and gentlemen. She's
Yeah.
doing a comedy benefit. See, no one comes up and says, "Does my heart look big in this?" Do they? You see,
That wouldn't be funny, though, would it, Jonathan?
not remotely, but it would be lovely.
Or does my cock look small in this?
See, you can't say words like that on the
I'm
radio.
so sorry I said that. I meant one of those, male hen.
Is that the same?
That's what I meant.
Must plug Arabella's doing a comedy benefit night in aid of the National Council for One-Parent Families. Let's face it, they've only got themselves to blame. It's on the 30th of June, 7:30. Now, let's help them out. This is a nice thing. 7:30.
Palace Theatre.
It's quite soon, isn't it? It's a weekend after next, isn't it? Stephen Fry's going to be there. You don't need to know any more.
No.
I don't think you need to know any more. If you
Yes,
know
you
Stephen Fry's
do.
there, that's good enough. But also
No,
on the
it's
bill,
good.
Rob Brydon, one of the funniest comedians working in the country.
Very good.
He doesn't sort of sell himself as a comedian, does he? He's more of a comedy actor. But he's
character
very,
actor,
very
yeah.
funny. Paul Whitehouse on the show.
He's
Terrific.
good.
Yeah, he's a bit past it. But he'll do some of his old material. It might
He'll
be fun.
do that Roly Birkin. That'll be all right.
No,
He's
he's not.
got
He's going
Paul-
to do Suit You, Sir.
He's going through his midlife crisis, old Paul, isn't he? We've got Mark Williams.
He's good.
Fantastic.
He's a movie actor as well, no?
Yeah.
Ben Elton for a bit of a retro turn there.
Yeah.
Arabella Weir's on, something for the gentleman. Mira Sayal, there's another one. Simon Day, the recently married Simon Day. And
Is
good
he
luck
married
today,
yet?
Simon. He's getting married this
No.
afternoon. Are you going?
3:30, yes, I am.
That would be lovely. John Culture's on, very funny comedian. Very
Very
funny.
He's
funny.
very
impersonator.
good impressionist.
Ulrika Johnson,
Yeah.
who should be there for Paul for after the show, presumably.
No, for me, I'm having an affair with Ulrika Johnson.
And Richard Wilson.
Hooray.
And many others.
You know what Richard likes?
Oh, and Armstrong and Miller.
Armstrong and Miller.
They're good.
You pulled a face when you said that, no?
Only because I forgot to put them down on the list, but they're
Will they do
fantastic
those-
in every possible way.
Will they do those Scandinavian people?
I have made it clear they must not do naked stuff.
They will walk around nude with you like
You know, not post 35. Nobody wants to see a man's penis. Let's face it.
Speak for yourself.
You might not want to see it. You might want to do something with it, but you don't want to see it.
Do you not want to see it?
Not really.
Do you ever really want to see a man's parts?
Non-erect, no, you don't really want to see a penis.
Do you
I
not?
believe we've gone down this road.
No, you don't.
Never?
Not
even
really.
Not even if you're like a doctor or a scientist.
Well, I dare say doctors don't want to see it. I
think when dormant, they can be quite attractive.
Do you? Well, that's good for you, but not great for the rest of us.
Should we mention the book again?
Mine looks like
Yeah,
a
anyway,
little
so
tiny
Stupid
mousey.
Cupid, comedy benefit night, 30th of June. Tickets available through Ticketmaster. It'd be a great night.
We're just a vehicle to you. You don't respect us. You
No.
come on this show.
Come on, yeah.
I must respect
thought
you. I should be at
came
home
on-
getting my hair done for
came
Simon's
on
wedding.
as a friend, and no, she comes on because she wants to use us.
Yeah.
Use us and throw us away. We're nothing more than a couple
Yeah.
of disposable tissues to you.
No,
It's got plug written all over her
You
forehead.
blow your
That's
pluggy
right.
nose in us and throw us in the bin, don't you?
not really.
You disgust me, Weir.
With my
The wedding will be
attitude.
lovely today. It'll be a lovely day. I really am sad that I can't be there. We really can't make it up there. But will you give Simon and Ruth my best when you get
I
there?
certainly will.
Saves me a phone call.
Yeah.
So the comedy benefit once again, Arabella Weir with a lot of much funnier people at the National. Where's the theatre again?
Palace.
Palace Theatre,
Where is that?
Ticketmaster. That's the Les Miserables one.
Oh right.
Tickets
Palace
available through
Theatre. That
Ticketmaster.
would be a really good night out.
No, it'd be a very good night. Stephen Fry's doing 5 minutes of new material.
Fantastic. Stephen Fry, what a great treat that would be.
It's a real coup.
And it's for the National Council of £1 Families, which is a very deserving cause.
Yep.
I
Of which I've
suspect.
recently been made an ambassador.
You're not a single parent family, are you?
No, I'm not. But you never know.
And being the ambassador, do you have to give out like chocolates at dues?
Stuff like that, yeah. And you see, my father was an ambassador.
That is so...
What?
Good job
What?
you're not on the bill.
What?
Palace Theatre,
What?
no Ross.
What's wrong with that?
You have to give out chocolate.
What?
No, I think he's making a reference to the Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah,
because
that's
at
what
the
he is.
ambassador's recipe.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
That's
What's
what I mean.
with
It's
that
rubbish.
voice?
I'm under pressure. Apparently, we just scored another goal, which means we've won next year's World Cup as well.
Owen scored 2-0.
Yeah, that goes ahead, don't you? Put that in
it counts
you.
against. It's like you bank them.
Yeah, right,
It's like
yeah,
a
you
pension,
bank a
really, for
goal.
footballers. You bank the goal for next year when you need it.
we got to go now and play this record.
Have we got to go? Okay, Arabella, really, so lovely having you show. It's always a pleasure having you on there because you're lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming
Despite
on.
the fat ass.
Well, no, that's, let's face it.
That's an extra.
Big selling point for me.
That's a bonus. I've been bending over for this entire show.
Yes, she has. Peter Cook and Dudley Moore. I'm afraid we have to terminate this marvellous piece of music from the movie Bedazzled right there, but it's been a lovely show, especially thanks to Arabella Weir, who's wonderful.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
I brought
Yeah.
some, I don't know, class to it, I think.
You did. You brought a warmth and a
I
humanity.
dragged it out of the pants, didn't I?
Exactly, out of the gutter.
No mentioning of bottoms from me.
No, but a lot of cock talk. 88 to 91 FM, this is
There's a lot
Radio
of
2 from the
cock talk.
BBC.